My father worked before and during and actually after the Second World War at Dean and Chapter Colliery in Ferry Hill. He'd worked there since he was a boy. He went to work on the screens when he was a boy of 14 and eventually became a blacksmith's apprentice, and then he became a belt fitter. He repaired the conveyors underground. It's fascinating to me looking back now to discover what a rich intellectual life there was in Ferry Hill, and I'm sure other pit villages too, where men, and to a certain extent women, were trying to find out about the world and what made the world work. So they were going to the Workers' Educational Association. There was something called the adult schools. There were all these kind of vehicles for miners to learn stuff. But chief among those, of course, was the Spennymoor settlement. That was specifically designed to give miners and their families the opportunity to study, and they could be academic things or they could be practical things. There were classes, for instance, in mending shoes, in cobbling, but at the same time they famously established a drawing and painting school. And for my father, there were lots of classes in literature, and they had a library, so of course he was constantly in the library and taking books home. And it was there that he met Norman Cornish, who became a lifelong friend. They also both worked at the same colliery. Norman used to walk from Spennymoor to Dean and Chapter, this big pit. And so I think that they first met at the Spennymoor settlement, but they also worked in the same pit. So you could say they were marrows in the pit and they were marrows in art.